Hello everyone, myself Devendra Jangid. I am mechanical final year student from Government Engineering College Ajmer. My presentation topic is air bearings. Today we will discuss about this objective, introduction, working, application, advantage and disadvantage, future scope and conclusions. First of all, what is air bearings? An air bearings is a non-conductive system where a gas film acts as the lubricant that separates the two surfaces in relative motions. Why bearings? So functions. Let's function as compressed to rolling and plain bearing. Variability. Material used in other bearing eventually gets used up with time, which require replacement. Lubricant. Like other bearing, no lubricant is required in air bearings. There are two types of air bearings. Basically, first aerodynamic and second is aerostatics. Aerostatics air bearings. A type air bearing. A type air bearing are a high lift bearing which cause the load to lift vertically away from the floor surface as much as 3 inches. Their bearings are used when vertical lift is required before floating the load away. Diagram. Air inlet and 3 vertically load are engaged braking plate. Second is aerodynamic air bearing, B type air bearing. B type air bearing case their loads to lift away from floor surface just enough to allow them to be floated off that distance. Second is B type air bearings when used in series of 4 or more are capable of lifting and moving loads of up to 100 tons and beyond. Working. Deflated. In the deflated stage, the air bearings it is replacing on the floor with most of weight being supplied by the center load paid. Inflated. The second stage show the air bearings in an inflated from after has formed as cell with the floor surface. As these things, the load has not been engaged to floor away from floor. Next, load lifted on air. The above image show the air bearings after it has engaged and floated the load. Compressed air will then start to space from the bearing diaphragm into the area that is being contained by the floor cell. The weight of load causes the compressed air spacing out of the air bearing to focus downward into the floor surface, thus causing the load to flow away from the floor. Application of air bearings. So weight lifting. We can lift more than 5 ton of weight without any effect using air bearings. Next, hovercraft used for transporting purpose and lands as well as water. Use air bearing. Future scope. In future, vehicles can be designed using this technology. Advantage of air bearings. First, low friction. Second, no lubricants required in air bearings. Low heat generation. Long life and long lasting manufacturing free. Disadvantage of air bearings. High geometry accuracy during manufacturing. Second is clean and dry supply of pressurized air. And Third is high precision. So conclusion of this, by starting the above points we can say that bearings is perfect, air bearings is perfect alternative for carrying load, transporting heavy loads and vehicles. Thank you.